Time is not linear but cyclical, like a great wheel that turns eternally without beginning or end. The cycle of time consists of 4 distinct ages, each representing different states of human consciousness and earthly experience. These can be understood through the metaphor of metals, each representing the quality of life and awareness in that era. The Golden Age, Satyuga, like gold itself, pure, incorruptible, and naturally radiant, this represents humanity at its highest potential. In this age, souls exist in complete harmony with their true nature. Life flows as a natural dance of joy and fulfillment. There is no attachment or possessiveness because abundance is the natural state. Health is effortless, relationships are harmonious, and truth needs no teaching because it is lived naturally. Society requires no complex rules because inner wisdom guides all actions. This is paradise on earth, not a distant realm, but a real period when human civilization reaches its pinnacle. The Silver Age, also known as the Tretayug, is still paradise. Silver gleams beautifully, but can tarnish if neglected. Similarly, this age maintains much of the Golden Age's luminosity, but subtle changes begin to appear. Happiness still flows naturally, yet the first gentle stirrings of desire emerge. Health remains strong, but is no longer absolute. Wealth begins to be pursued rather than simply lived in. People remain close to truth, but maintaining virtue now requires some conscious effort. The world is still beautiful and prosperous, but perfection has begun its gradual decline. The Copper Age, also known as the dvarpayug, is the part where religions start. Copper is useful and conducts energy well, but it lacks the nobility of gold or silver. In this age, humanity begins to rely more on external systems and rituals to maintain what once came naturally. This is when the great spiritual traditions and religions begin to emerge, not because people are more spiritual, but because they sense something has been lost and seek to reconnect with their origins. The soul becomes body-conscious, aware of physical limitations and separateness. Happiness becomes more dependent on circumstances, health declines, and competition for resources begins. Yet there remains beauty mixed with struggle, like copper that slowly changes color when exposed to the elements. The Iron Age, also known as the kaliyuga, is the last part of the cycle of time. Iron is strong but heavy, useful but prone to rust and corrosion. This age represents humanity at its most material and disconnected state. People become increasingly focused on external achievements, appearance, wealth, status, power, and technology become the new forms of worship. The connection to the divine and even to one's own spiritual nature becomes increasingly distant. Happiness becomes fragile and fleeting, often overshadowed by stress, conflict, and a deep sense of separation. Health, both physical and mental, becomes precarious. Society becomes efficient but often harsh, capable of great achievements but also great destruction. Like iron tools, civilization becomes powerful but blunt, prone to both building and tearing down. Between the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the next Golden Age lies a special period called the Confluence. This is like standing at the meeting point of 2 great rivers, one muddy and turbulent, the other clear and pure. There is tremendous upheaval as the old system based on material consciousness reaches its extreme, while simultaneously the seeds of a new age based on spiritual awareness are being sown. During this transition period, souls have the unique opportunity to reconnect with their highest nature. It is a time of great awakening when the battery of the soul can be recharged through connection with the Supreme Source. Those who recognize this confluence period can begin their inner transformation from body consciousness back to soul consciousness, from material seeking to spiritual fulfillment.